is Maxwell Kihara. In response to my question, Maxwell said he's passionate about bringing the best out of others. Maxwell is doing a tip session to us.
There was a third in the room. Mr. Mambo had fallen to the wooden floor like a sack full of potatoes. And not just any sack full of potatoes, like the ones from Nyandarua. There was eerie silence in the room. You see, this is the day we were celebrating his 75th birthday. Toastmasters and guests, how many of you would like for me to continue? The first spice of life is what we call introduction. Every time you get a moment to speak before an audience of one or many, you must have a catchy introduction. I have always said, an introduction should be like a fisherman. Okay? You have 150 to 180 words to grasp us. Every opportunity you get is for you to convince us that for the next few minutes you will be talking, we only eat from the palm of your hand. And so you must reel us in. Bait, hook, and sinker. An introduction is key to any speech that you'll ever prepare. Any presentation that you will ever give. So the first one is introduction. Burj Khalifa is a beautiful building. Some of us have been there to see it. I have seen it from the internet. It is fantastic. But you see, since we have structural engineers today, every beautiful building consists of a strong structure. The structure is what enables the beauty to envelop it. If there is no structure, then that beauty will not be there. And structure is key in your speech. How many of us, and I'm sure most of us have been in such a situation, where someone says they've been invited to talk, and this is how they go about it. I actually don't have so much to say. I have very few words. 22 minutes later, and they are still speaking. About what? No one seems to be sure. Why? Because they don't have a structure. It is important for us to know that you've brought us to Thika, that we are in Thika, and that we are moving in which direction. Are we going to Garissa or are we going to Nairobi? And that is what structure does. Structure enables us to know that we are moving from Thika to Garissa, and that we've gotten to a place where you want us to buy water and groundnuts on the way. Your speech must have a structure that enables your viewer, your audience rather, to follow you and understand you. Because it will make no sense for you to speak for 15 minutes and 3 people in the room cannot agree on what you're talking about. Is that so? So structure is key. And you have to have structure in mind before you begin writing your speech. So that you know this is what I will introduce with. This is the content of my speech. And this is the concluding part.